You know, for me, in my opinion, I think it's scripted a little bit because, you know, of the weight difference, and, you know, Joshua's a former, you know, champion.
Jay's up for anything. You know, there's lots of people who have a view on him taking this fight, and everyone's got a view, and everyone's right to have their own view on it. But you know, he was always going to have a warm-up fight, a comeback fight. So why not do it against Jake Paul for a load of money?
Yeah, he's stupid. He's an idiot. He loves the fame and he loves the money. So ultimately, if you're just that money hungry and that fame hungry, you're going to just do whatever. You don't care what it is.
The boxing world is on fire after a wave of insiders and former pros stepped forward to accuse the highly publicized Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua showdown of being scripted from the start. What was marketed as a blockbuster clash between a social media superstar and a former unified heavyweight champion is now being ripped apart by analysts who claim the entire event is engineered for maximum profit, not competitive integrity. From suspicious training leaks to odd betting patterns and eyebrow-raising comments from veterans who've been in the sport for decades, the whispers have grown too loud to ignore.
From Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, what have we got here?
As I look at it, you know, for the fans, it put boxing still on the map because it keeps boxing relevant. Having exhibition fights like this, different celebrities and different things like that. I look at it as a fun thing for fans and stuff like that. I don't really take it seriously, you know, because, you know, we in the business of boxing. That right there is just, you know, exhibition stuff. But I'm hearing they say it's a real fight, but yeah, it's a real fight because both guys are getting in a fight. You know, I'm still the one that be thinking certain things are scripted as well too. So, but we'll see. You know, I always say may the best man win, and main thing about it, may those guys go in there and have a hell of.
Many commentators have described the pairing as absurd, noting the stark difference in experience, size, and pedigree between Paul and Joshua, with some labeling the event more spectacle than sport. A YouTuber turned boxer with a 12-1 record is stepping into the ring with a former two-time world heavyweight champion who has fought elite competition throughout his career. Many commentators have described the pairing as lopsided, with Paul seen by some as a cash grab opponent rather than a valid challenge, further feeding speculation that the event is more spectacle than sport.
For him against Anthony Joshua, massive unit, two-time world champ, still got a big punch. I think he's mentally fragile at world level if he goes against the big guns because of the knockout, especially the Bois knockout when he got fucking splattered. You know what I mean? In round 5, and he got hurt early on and then got done, and he's not been in the ring for 13 months.
Yeah.
But can you see a world in which Jake Paul is competitive in this fight?
No.
No. How do you see the fight going if AJ takes it serious?
It'll be over when he wants it to be over.
Thank you. So do you think it's going to be real, this fight? Do you think it's actually... So you think that Jake Paul...
You couldn't fake it. You really think Anthony Joshua's going to put his whole livelihood on the line for Jake Paul?
No, I don't think he would.
So there you go. It's over when he wants it to be over.
There could be some kind of tacit agreement in the background.
How?
Where they have a handshake.
Then that's illegal. You're going to jail.
Exactly, it's illegal. That's what I was going to say.
So you can't.
Because it's not an exhibition.
No, it's a fight.
So
and people are betting on it. Big amounts of money.
So we're watching this. I'm flying out there next week to Miami to watch it. So I'm going out there. He's laughing. I'm getting some old. So it's all good. But it's like Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua, 6 foot, was he 6'6"?
About that.
Fucking, what is he, 16? What's 245 pounds?
He can't be a pound over 245.
What's
so
that in stone?
The best part, just on 17 stone or just under.
So Jake lost to Tommy Fury, and that's the one everyone keeps on. Do you think he's improved much since Tommy Fury?
Yeah, but do I think he's improved enough to be competitive? Unless I close my eyes and Josh is completely...
Meanwhile, Jake Paul is entering this fight with a level of confidence that has surprised even seasoned observers. In recent commentary, it was noted that he exudes belief in his ability to rise to the challenge and achieve victory. Unlike some of his previous matchups, Paul is approaching this fight with an intense focus and determination. Analysts observing his preparation emphasize that his mindset is critical and his confidence reflects a combination of physical readiness and mental resolve. This approach suggests that he is not underestimating the magnitude of facing a former heavyweight champion, but is instead embracing it as an opportunity to prove himself on the world stage.
He's very big. I'm here to shock the world, inspire the next generation. We're in the Heat arena. I'm a big Heat fan. Miami's on fire. This is my first pro fight, was in Miami against Gibb. I'm bringing that same energy here.
Sparring footage and reports from training have added new layers to the debate. Paul has been spotted taking heavy sessions with top-tier sparring partners like Lawrence Akoli, a former cruiserweight world champion, and other big men, even showing signs of bruising and a black eye gained in camp. While some see this as evidence of legitimate preparation and toughness, critics argue that the choice of sparring partners and how footage is presented to the public can be part of a crafted narrative designed to build drama and sell pay-per-views rather than reveal true competitive readiness.
Mount? Yeah, 100%. I see holes in his game of where I can land a big shot.
Okay.
100%. It's going to be a very, 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 very tough fight.
Do you think this is your hardest opponent?
Yeah, by far.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, I'm just outgunned in every category.
Logan, what do you think about him fighting Anthony Joshua?
I think it's insane.
Yeah.
I think it's insane.
Oh,
But there's a reason why he's Jake Paul, and like this is
what he does.
Jake Paul recently posted a video showing himself firing hard kicks at a heavy punching bag during training, underlining his unconventional preparation ahead of the Joshua fight and sparking reactions online about his striking focus in camp. Many fans and boxing observers have pointed out that hitting a heavy punching bag, even with powerful kicks or punches, is fundamentally different from facing a human opponent like Anthony Joshua. A bag doesn't fight back, adjust strategy, or counterpunch. So, training clips showing Paul hitting a bag cleanly can't fully demonstrate how he'd handle a live, reactive fighter of Joshua's caliber.
The evidence we have of Jake Paul in this camp is a video on the heavy bag that he recently released. Now look, I don't give two shits how you look on the heavy bag. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Do you know how many guys I see in the boxing gym I train in who look absolutely sensational on the heavy bag and then wouldn't last 2 seconds against Anthony Joshua? The thing that the average person fails to understand is that looking good on the heavy bag, sure, it means you have a fundamental understanding of boxing technique, and clearly Jake has improved in that area. You'd hope so after years and years of training. But the thing that people don't understand about boxing is when you actually get in the ring with someone who's trying to beat you, who's trying to punch you in the face and break you, suddenly holding that shape becomes much, much more difficult when you're getting hit by shots, when you're taking them to the guard, when you're having to move your legs constantly, and more importantly, as you get tired. Even the best pros start to lose their shape when fatigue kicks in. That's why more knockouts can happen later as the fight goes on. So look, yeah, I did think he looked nice on the heavy bag. He was moving his feet well, his balance looked good, his hand positioning was good when he was throwing, his chin was tucked in, all the things you really look for in basic technique. Does it mean he has a hope in hell of beating Anthony Joshua? Absolutely.
However, Jake Paul's rising confidence in the boxing world has drawn skepticism from many seasoned analysts. Critics argue that Paul's belief in his ability to challenge a fighter like Anthony Joshua is unrealistic. Joshua, a highly decorated and experienced heavyweight, has years of training, numerous championship fights, and proven endurance that Paul has yet to face. Observers note that Paul's physique and performance suggest he may rely on speed or substances.
Is Jake Paul natural? No. I can say that with pretty certain confidence in that statement, mainly because, as you heard me mention, I know a lot of the people he trains with and I have heard things. Now let's give Jake the benefit of the doubt, right? He's able to restrain from the peer pressure that everyone's putting on him to hop on these certain compounds. Then that would be cool to train natural, do what he needs to do. But the thing is, his body composition has changed so much, his explosiveness, his power, and yes, that comes with training and time. But I find it very, very suspicious that for some reason, whenever a drug test gets brought up, for instance, when Fury wanted that in the contract, Jake Paul turns them down. So you should think to yourself, it's probably because he's not natural. Now I want to make it clear, I don't care whether Jake Paul is natural or not. There's so many people that aren't natural that are in combat sports. In fact, Tyron Woodley probably is also not natural. Everyone wants that little edge over their competition, and that's where drugs and anabolics come into play. There's certain compounds that are out there that just increase your explosiveness immensely, your recovery, so that you can stay in the same weight class, which is very important for combat sports, whether that's boxing, UFC, whatever type of combat sport you're doing. So that is why you guys have seen so much improvement from Jake Paul. Of course, he has a great circle around him, great trainers, great coaches, a great regimen, but definitely anabolics play a very fundamental role in that. They allow him to train as hard as he does. They allow him to increase his power and speed. And of course, when you think of those concepts, that's essentially the recipe to win.
Despite all the controversies, people are putting real money on this fight. And the betting action itself has become part of the controversy around the Paul versus Joshua event. Fans, casual bettors, and even some well-known personalities have been actively wagering on outcomes, which is adding fuel to the ongoing debate about whether the matchup is a legitimate sporting contest or a spectacle. According to current betting lines, Anthony Joshua is an overwhelming favorite to win with odds roughly around -900 to -1,200 in many markets, meaning you'd have to bet around $900 to win $100 on him. In contrast, Jake Paul is listed as a significant underdog with odds ranging from about +600 to +770 depending on the sportsbook. This indicates that Joshua is expected to win by a large margin, while a Paul victory would be considered a major upset.